Hello once again, this is James and welcome to my training videos. Today we are going to look at relationships in Microsoft Access. What is a relationship in a database program? A relationship is a link between tables that is created using join statements to retrieve or to get data from a given table. There are different types of relationships you can find in the database, among which are one-to-many, one-to-one, and many-to-many. Let us start by looking at a one-to-many relationship or relationships. This one refers to a relationship where a field in one table can relate to many fields in another table. For example, if a customer in the customer table can make several orders for different items in the products table. Let us see how this happens. So we have our database. We have the customer table and the sales order table. If we open this, we have several fields there. We have the fields of customer ID, customer name, telephone, and customer location. If we go back to design view, we notice that the customer ID or CID is the primary key in this table. If we close this, we also have the sales order table, represent the products which the client wants from us. It has the sales order ID or the sales order number, the item name, the quantity, the price, amount, and the customer ID, which is also a primary key in our customer table. If we also go to the design view, we will notice that the SOID or the sales order ID is the primary key in the sales order table, but we also have the customer ID or the CID coming here as a foreign key or simply as a field in this table. So that's very important, because for a relationship to occur, these tables must have a field in common. So if you look at both these tables, we see that in this table there is CID, which is customer ID, though it's not the primary key here, but it's also appearing there. We also see that we have the same field appearing in the customer table. That's the CID. If we go back, it is the primary key in this table. Great. So now let's go and see how we create a relationship. What you have to keep in mind is there should be a table which determines the process, and that table is normally put on the right. So the sales orders can only exist if they are customers, meaning the customers determine our orders, the orders we get. So our customer table will always be put on the right. So we'll come to relationships in database tools. On the database tools tab, go to relationships, click relationships, then you can click show table. It will show you your tables. We'll start with the customer table, since we said it's the determinant table. The sales orders can only occur if they are customers, so we select the the sales order table, we add. It may bring many of them like this, so you simply click on top of this and you press delete on your keyboard to make it disappear. Now we are supposed to link this customer ID or the CID in the customer table to the sales order ID, which is now a foreign key in this table. What do? We simply drag this out to this other one. When it reaches there, make sure the pointer is pointing in CID, then you release. It will bring the edit relationships dialog box. So this one will show you that the type of relationship now we're going to create is the one-to-many. and the common fields are CID, both in the customer and the sales order table. We are supposed to enforce referential integrity to make sure that what happens in one table has a corresponding field that occurs in the other table. So we'll click in this. If we update one, it should update the other. If we delete in one, it should still update the other table that some information has been deleted. Once that is done, we can click create. So when you click create, you see this line joining the 2 with the 1 on top, that it's 1 to many, the infinity sign. That means the relationship has been created. So we can go ahead and save our information, then we close. Notice that if we try to enter information in the sales order table, let's say that is sales order 1 for a TV, quantity 1, price maybe 5,000, amount we can skip it, it can still be 5,000. Then we try to put a customer ID, then we try to enter. So Access will complain to tell you that you cannot add or change a record because a related record is required in the customer table. Meaning when we are filling in the data, we are supposed to fill in the customer table first. Otherwise, the system Access won't allow us to do that. So if I went and filled in my customer table, let's say this is the customer ID is 1, Jim, AB is in blah, enter, and I say C2, Jane, Jean, let's say those are my customers. If now we went back to our customer table, we can say sales order 1 TV, 1 TV, price 5, and this went to C1. You see that now it allows us to enter that data. You can say maybe sales order 2, this one is a flash drive, 1 at 2000, still 2000, still for still for C1. Then we say sales order 3, maybe it's a robot, it's 1 for 1.5, still 1.5 for customer 2. So if we save that, then we close, we go back to our main table of customers, we open it. Notice these plus signs which come at the beginning, which we tweak, or if we toggle between them. By for example clicking this, it will show me now the orders which are attached to customer Jim. So that's the one to many. It's one customer who has several orders which are linked to him to demonstrate the one to many relationship. So that's how a one to many relationship works in Access. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.